Um, so I'm talking about the racism. I will be talking about the aspect of like where white being racist to black or black being racist to white. I'll be talking about this the kind of racism being packaged as a moral decency. I don't really understand. There's something awful going on because how would there be an internal hate within your own self, especially with the blacks? Because 90% of this whole thing comes from kind of religion, not total religion. I feel like the conservative part of religion because trying to pinpoint it down, we'll be going down the line of probably indoctrination. But when you are going backwards to how it came from, probably I would think from indoctrination, basic indoctrination. That's the main thing because it affects everybody, especially in a third world country, which there's no regulation for the law enforcement agency. Let me give you one scenario to know to get the picture which I'm saying. Assuming maybe encounter a police, something like that, and they are being spoon fed that moral decency from childhood. The whole thing is getting out of hand because they are judging you based on the way you dress, not who you are basically because I've been seeing this thing going on for a very long time. I know about it for a very long time. I will tell you for sure. This is a basic problem with the this is a problem coming from mostly religion based based on Christianity. I'm 100% certain. I'm not um, sugarcoating any word. This is a problem with religion. Basically, basically, I don't mean every. I'm not saying there are no other religions contributing to this, but basically Christianity. Because I don't understand the fact that not everyone will dress the same because you cannot fit every human into one category. But still, we find ourselves in this whole rabbit hole of uh, moral decency. And I found this thing if you go to interracial school, like where blacks and whites stay together, even let's even self talk about the rich and poor, they are not being treated the same because basically when you have a white kid going to a interracial school with blacks, the blacks are being punished majority of the times to cut their hair, look good, dress decent. But I'm not saying it's a problem to save or keep here because to each his own, definitely. But it becomes a problem when it has been a matter of the day because I don't really understand this. It's getting out of hand. The dressing code of basic humans, you can't fit them into one. Most people like being uh, like dressing as a being like dressing like with the alternative styles. Most people like 90s style. Most people like different kind of clothes. So most people like crop tops, short clothes, but it all depends on the environment which they find themselves. But the whole thing is getting out of hand because this moral decency are being used stupidly to judge each other. I won't say I'm not part of it because basically there are some way you see someone just kind of yeah, this person is like this, but end of the day you cannot use dressing to judge one another because at the end of the day trying to fit everybody into a box is just like you can't even say all Christians are like this because there are most Christians who that different experience different things, but I'm just trying to put it out because at this point it's becoming something else. The whole moral decency being quoted as religion. Then when it comes to the poor and rich, there's a very huge difference. The both are being treated differently when it comes to being poor and being rich in interracial school. This being normal. I'm not trying to be playing one part or doing another part, but I'm just putting it out. It just needs to stop. You need to stop as soon as possible because if you keep breeding this kind of human being, every clothes seem problem or every clothes might seem as a problem to another person. Because I might not like maybe say baggy jeans or short jeans or crazy jeans. Does not mean it's not decent. The person who wore it, that's why it's covering his body to an extent. That's okay, but it just needs to stop. Like there need to be an improvement in this whole moral decency stuff, and please cool it down. If you know anyone who's being judgmental towards this thing, try talking to them to cool it off, because at this point it's getting out of hand.